is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. On 1st and 10, Herbert rolling to his right. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. On the move to his left. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. They'll roll him out right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And one more time. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. A handoff. It's Eckler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Shifts by him. Again the juke. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Dancing to his left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing to start the drive. Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
From the gun, it's Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. again. They'll throw with Carr. Oh, Adams, what a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, Jacobs once more. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Oh, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with. And
in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So
the Charger drive about to get going. Herbert now. Flushed out right. Gets around him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there on the keeper.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup there on the scramble. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Eluding the pressure right. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down. And
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Backs Crosby. Able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's complete to Adams.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That's a big...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. On the give, this is Eckler. And bulldozing his way through. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
On the return, Phillips. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Carr's throw taken in by Adams.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. 2nd quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground.
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. On the return, Phillips. So we've come to... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. On the return, Phillips.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Carr. It's caught here by Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Eckler. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. On the ground, it's Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Nifty move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 7 yards away. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Hopkins with the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
On the return, Phillips. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing on first down is Carr.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Darren Waller, 51 yards.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now it's Herbert, rolling to his right. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Oh, nice move.
Whoa!
It still won't go down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
On the return, Phillips. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Play action. Now it's Carr. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Into the red zone. It's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be, and time has run out now.